Hello, Wisconsin HOSA. I'm Kelly Klein. I am the Region 4 Competitive Events Lieutenant, as well as covering the emergency preparedness events. So today I am just going to walk you through the events that are offered in this category for both the middle school and secondary levels. We're going to go over some resources and just a general overview so that you have a better idea of what event might be best for you or someone else in your HOSA chapter. So the emergency prepared events for middle school that are offered are life-threatening situations and public health. Just a quick note to remind you that middle school only competes at the state level and not at the regional level. All of the slides in the emergency preparedness section have the guidelines linked with the title right here. So if I were to click on here, you will see the guidelines for life-threatening situations. So life-threatening situations for middle school is an individual event that is geared toward having members gain knowledge and skills required in handling emergency situations, and also just inspiring people to be more proactive when it comes to emergency preparedness. There's one resource available for this event, and that's from FEMA. So again, most of these images and links are live, so feel free to click on the FEMA link, and that will take you to your one and only resource. Make sure to check out the rubrics in the guidelines to make sure that you cover all the steps in each of the scenarios to be rewarded full points. Again, middle school only competes at the state level, so round 1 will be an online test at your local chapter, and round 2, competitors will perform one skill. This event does involve uploading information into Tallo, as well as there will be a live Zoom component this year for performing the one skill. Public health is the other middle school event that's offered in the emergency preparedness category, and this is a 2 to 6 person event. The topic this year is reducing health disparities, social determinants of health can help. So this event is offered in order to develop effective, dynamic, creative presentations to inform the public about a specific public health issue, and to be proactive in educating those around us to take ownership of their own health. So the event advice for this category is to plan ahead to complete your initial presentation, especially this year with COVID-19. Make sure that you are scheduling some sort of COVID-19 compliant event where you can get this information out to the public somehow. Again, you only compete at the state level for middle school, and this will be the full presentation that you give to the public, except now you're performing it for the judges. There are a variety of resources for this one. So if you go over here, we have information about the specific topic for this year, so reducing health disparities, and also some links just about public health in general. For secondary events, we have 5 offered: CPR first aid, emergency medical technician, epidemiology, life support skills, and public health. These 5 are offered both at the secondary level and the post-secondary level. CPR and first aid is a 2-person team event. Obviously, this is pretty important to learn first aid and basic life support skills, and it's meant to inspire people to be more equipped to handle those life-saving actions to help emergency services. So event advice, again, those rubrics are super important to look at to make sure that you are hitting all of your components. The resources on this slide, they look like pictures, but they are active links. So you can click on these resources and it will take you to the website where you can buy those different books. Feel free to also search online if you can get a PDF copy of the book. I know American Heart Association has some of their resources online because of the COVID-19 pandemic that you don't actually have to purchase them. For the regional competition, you will complete an online test at your local chapter, and you will be given 2 skill-based scenario essays. The online test will actually be the only thing that's counted to determine our regional level finalists. However, one of the essays will be used for a tiebreaker, so make sure you do a good job on those. And then if you look at the state leadership conference, round 1 is that second skill essay. So you will actually have already completed round 1 for state just by doing that component for the regional competition. Round 2 is going to consist of 2 skills that are identified through a written scenario, and we will provide those to you through a live event orientation on March 20th. So at that live orientation, you'll be given your scenarios, and then you will have 12 hours to record and upload yourself performing that skill into Tallo. So again, some reminders that there is a live event component to this competition, and Tallo also is involved for uploading your video. Emergency medical technician, again, just a reminder that you can click on the title here for your guidelines. But emergency medical technician provides opportunities to gain knowledge and skills for emergency medical care, and it aims to inspire members to be equipped with resilience, physical strength, and problem-solving skills to provide immediate acute treatment in emergency settings. So this is a 2-person team event as well. I'm gonna move my picture here. So for the resources for this event, we have 2 links to books that are actually the same as CPR First Aid. So if you have members doing both events, feel free to share resources. And then there are also 2 other resources here as well. And one of them is just a link to some skill sheets. Event advice, there are some great YouTube videos out there for EMT trainings that will help you learn the skills and become familiar with those rubrics again. You'll see that as a common theme. So Regional Leadership Conference, this is very similar to the CPR First Aid event. So you are going to complete an online test at the local chapter with 2 skill-based scenarios, and then that one of those essays will be used as a tiebreaker, and then one of them becomes the round 1 component of your state leadership conference event. And then round 2 is a live event orientation session on Zoom. So that will be happening on March 20th. And then you will be given 2 skills to perform. You'll upload your video onto Tallo within 12 hours of that orientation session. Epidemiology, again, click on the title if you'd like to get access to the guidelines. This is an individual event that provides opportunity to gain knowledge in regard to health and disease in populations. What better event to be involved in right now with what's happening across the world. This event aims to inspire members to be proactive health professionals and improve their scientific literacy to provide insights into public health careers. And event advice for this particular event is to look at all of the resources, but for this event, they have them broken down into percentages. So each of the percentages behind the resource shows how many questions are based off of that particular resource. So you will notice that the resource at the bottom here, number 8, is 50% of the questions. So that might be a really great place to start for you and your members to look through and make sure you are solid in that resource, and then start to break down the other resources as well. At the regional level and the state level, this is done through online testing at the local chapter. Life support skills is an individual event. This event is specifically for HOSA members who are classified under IDEA. So you will need to make sure that you provide documentation for to qualify for this event. So this is an opportunity to gain knowledge and skills required for basic life support and equip members with the skills to provide immediate life-saving actions in the absence of emergency services. So these resources, again, are active links. So they will take you to a website to order the resources, but again, feel free to look to see if, especially the American Heart Association has any of their resources online for free right now. Event advice: practice all the skills and know the rubrics. Again, rubrics, to make sure that you can earn as many points as possible. This event is also very similar to CPR, first aid, and emergency medical technician in that the regional level competition is going to be an online test at the chapter level with 2 skill-based scenario essays. And then the test and one of the essays could be used as a tiebreaker to determine our finalists for SLC. For regional level for this event, because again, it is only open for HOSA members who are classified under IDEA, you do need to upload all of your eligibility and accommodation form to Tallow by January 29th. If you qualify for state, round 1, again, is that second skill essay that you already completed, and then round 2 will consist of 1 skill identified and given to you during the live Zoom event orientation session on March 20th. And you will have 12 hours to record and upload yourself performing the skills onto Tallow. So again, Tallow, live event. And then the last one here is public health. So again, click on the title for the guidelines. This is a 2 to 6 person event, very similar to the middle school event, just that instead of just competing at the state level, we are going to also be competing at the regional level for the secondary and post-secondary categories. So again, public health is meant to develop an effective, dynamic, creative presentation to inform the public about a particular public health issue. And this year's topic is reducing health disparities, social determinants of health can help. So again, plan ahead, especially with COVID-19, that you are able to get into some community forum to present your information to the public in a COVID-19 safe way. The regional competition is going to be the short 4-minute presentation where you convince the judges that they really want to hear your full presentation that you gave to the public. And then at the state level, you would give your full 9-minute presentation, the same presentation that you gave to the community earlier. Resources, we do have a couple of resources again on the actual topic for this year, health disparities, and then we also have a couple of resources about public health in general. So that concludes all of the different events that we have for emergency preparedness for Wisconsin HOSA. So please feel free to reach out to myself, again, Kelly Klein, Region 4 Lieutenant, or anyone else on the competitive events team if you have any questions. Good luck, and we can't wait to see what this year has in store.